When a man renovates his basement, he finds an entire city hidden behind the walls. While working on his home renovation, this man heard a weird noise from his basement's old walls. However, when experts came, he found an entire 2,000-year-old city under his basement in 1963. This Turkish man, while chasing a chicken in his basement during renovations, stumbled upon a passage tunnel to a complex network of tunnels and shelters, reaching depths of up to 280 feet. After thorough investigation and extensive excavation efforts, the area was recognized as Derinkuyu, an underground city in Turkey with the capacity to accommodate around 20,000 inhabitants. While its exact origins remain a topic of debate, with some attributing its construction to the Hittites around 200 BC, and others to the Phrygians in 900 BC, most historians concur that Derinkuyu served as a refuge from adversaries and invaders. Notably, the infrastructure of the city is remarkably durable, as noted by Atlas Obscura, with no recorded instances of floors collapsing. Additionally, it is believed that early Christian occupants of Derinkuyu introduced modern amenities such as stables, churches, and facilities for producing wine and olive oil. Although Derinkuyu has been known for decades and public tours of the underground city are now available, contemporary reactions to its discovery differ from those of the homeowner who initially alerted archaeological authorities. Some individuals express regret that the homeowner didn't keep the discovery to themselves, suggesting they could have enjoyed exclusive access to the historical site and made money out of it. Similarly, Jake was working on a project until he heard a weird noise from his basement's old wall. He immediately called experts to help. However, when the wall was dug, some strange items were uncovered, which left his wife and him in shock. Jake gazed at the basement of the aged residence, envisioning his long-held aspiration of transforming the space into his personal retreat. Seizing the opportunity, he resolved to commence the project. Noticing a subtle variation in texture on one of the walls, Jake hesitated to intervene without a professional assessment of its structural integrity. In the midst of his recovery from COVID-19, Jake Brown found himself confined to his place like many others. Determined not to waste his time, the resourceful Jake embarked on renovations for the recently acquired Plymouth house. But Jake quickly learned that this was not going to be an easy weekend fix-up. Suddenly, he directed his flashlight beam into the room and noticed a gleam amidst the darkness. Realizing the small hole wouldn't be enough, he sought another means of entry. Despite Jake's attempts to find a solution, he resorted to using a sledgehammer on the wall. The ensuing sound of rocks crumbling and objects falling heightened his apprehension about delving deeper into the cave alone, prompting a swift retreat to the surface. Despite his wife's pleas, he persisted. Why would an engineer emerge when the town was on lockdown? What if he stumbled upon a concealed treasure chest? Restlessness consumed Jake, prompting him to take another hefty swing at the wall, immediately regretting it. Despite the well-constructed cavern with a sturdy arch, Jake's wish to uncover the hidden space ultimately ended in disappointment. He believed the coins he found would settle his debts, only to realize they were just empty paint cans and bottles. Feeling defeated, he contemplated repairing the hole when his attention shifted to the old gears and a worn-out bicycle mounted on the wall. The presence of a bike in such a secluded spot puzzled him. Jake puzzled over the bike, then stumbled upon something that shed light on the cave's intriguing history. The discovery in an old newspaper compelled him to rush to the bathroom. Employing unconventional methods like soaking the aged pages in the bathtub and capturing images for preservation, Jake inched closer to unraveling the cave's hidden past. Fearing the extent of the mystery, the remote agent decided to seek professional assistance. He reached out to local historian Richard Pfizer, sharing details of the newspaper dating back to 1964. This conversation unveiled the depth of the enigma. According to Pfizer, the entire region was once Winder Hill, later transformed into a quarry, and subsequently populated with residences. He informed Jake of various adaptations to the cave over the years, including mushroom cultivation during the 1960s. Then Jake accidentally stumbled upon the bottles. Pfizer speculated that Jake's tunnel might be considerably deeper than others he had encountered, given the swift confirmation that it dated back to the early 1900s. Jake's cavern likely served as a passage for transporting coal to the basement, suggesting it might extend all the way to the street. While the newspaper mentioned the tunnel being sealed off in the 1960s, it's probable that the entrance had been in use long before then.